What's up, guys? Neil Orfield here, taking a look at the Week 13 DraftKings Reignmakers slate. If you're not familiar with Reignmakers, you buy the cards, you enter the contest for free. So once you have the cards, you can enter each of your cards into a contest. So you can buy it and then you can use it for forever. So pretty sweet setup here in Reignmakers. While you're coming in, please like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification button so you can get alerts when our shows go live. If you haven't already signed up for Reignmakers, use the link in the description of this video. You'll get a free starter pack. That's a pack. You'll get 5 cards, enough to play in a contest. You don't know what you're going to get, but you're going to get enough cards to play in a Reignmakers starter contest where there are real money prizes. So free to start. You can play for real prizes with that starter pack. Of course, you have no idea what you're going to get. You might get total crap. You also might get some great cards that give you a shot at winning a contest. That's kind of the fun of opening packs, both physical packs and online packs. So check it out if you haven't already done so. Go get that free starter pack from Reignmakers by signing up using the link in the description of this video. All right, so what I have pulled up here, this is the Reignmaker shop where you can buy different cards. So obviously you can get those free cards, but you can also buy them really cheap on the secondary market. And that's what I pulled up here. Some of the best projected plays for Stochastic. And all I did is I went through position by position to find the top projected plays. I didn't include any tight ends because our top projected tight end projects for just 13 fantasy points, and you don't need to play a tight end. It's just flex spots, and obviously 13 pales in comparison to some of these other plays that you can play from the wide receiver or running back positions. So I pulled up our top projected quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers, and a couple that are just good correlation plays as well. So starting with the quarterbacks, our top projected plays, and again, because there's no salary cap, it's just if you have the card, you can play it. So you don't really need to worry about a salary cap with Reignmakers. So really all I'm thinking about is what is the actual price of buying the card? Am I willing to spend that much to make the best possible lineup? And if you are, well, then it's Tua, Jalen Hurts at the top. These are our 2 top projected quarterbacks. CJ Stroud not far behind. And then it's a little bit of a breakdown to Russell Wilson, Justin Herbert, Brock Purdy, etc. So I pulled up some of the prices for these top projected guys, and I'll show you that right here. Let's just look through. I have it sorted by the lowest price. So let's scroll down until we find a quarterback here. Our cheapest quarterback who projects well, Russell Wilson, $299 min price for a Russell Wilson card. It's only $318 for a Justin Herbert card, though, so not much more expensive. And you can find some nice stacks there with Herbert. Scrolling down more, next we would have Jalen Hurts at $499. Nice price on Jalen Hurts here. Just $499 is the minimum for a Jalen Hurts core card. Keep going, and then Tua is just $574. So really, none of these quarterbacks are, extremely expensive. It, depending on what your budget is for playing on Reignmakers, I think all are cheap enough. CJ Stroud at $6.69 is the minimum price for a CJ Stroud card. So there you have it. Those are all the quarterback options on Reignmakers. Those are our top 5 projected quarterbacks on the slate. You can go the cheapest you can get, $299 for that Russell Wilson. You can spend up to about $7 for a CJ Stroud. So not a huge price difference, but it depends on, for some people, maybe it is. Depends on your Reignmakers budget, how much you want to put there. Those are some of the different routes you can go. I don't really go too far off of the top projected plays just because you can get the top projected plays relatively inexpensive. So those are the 5 quarterbacks that I would consider. And then we'll take a look at some running backs. Top projected running back play of the slate by a mile, Christian McCaffrey projects for nearly 24 fantasy points. Our second best is Alvin Kamara at just 18. Zach Moss right at 18 as well. You can see on DraftKings, very cheap. We'll see what the Reignmaker card price is. Rashad White for 17.5. Breece Hall, 17 fantasy points. I think I may have thrown Eckler. I don't think I did, actually. I don't think I included Eckler. So these are the running backs that I am considering. I'll show you what the prices are for these top 5 running backs on Reignmakers. Again, Christian McCaffrey stands out. And then the next 4 are all, within 2 points, 1.5 of each other. Alvin Kamara, Zach Moss, Rashad White, and Breece Hall. So let's see what the prices are. Breece Hall, the cheapest there, and that's why I didn't look at Austin Eckler, is because Breece Hall projects better than Eckler, and he is super cheap, cheaper than Eckler will be. So Breece Hall you can get for just $1.26 if you want to play on a budget. That is the way to go. Really cheap price tag there for Breece Hall. Rashad White, $285, not a bad price tag there either. I'll keep scrolling down. Zach Moss, interesting. Zach Moss is actually more expensive than those guys. He does project better than either of them, so I guess it makes sense from that standpoint. But Zach Moss obviously cheaper in DFS than on Rainmakers, but still not a bad price there for Moss. If you're gonna pay up though, you might want to just pay all the way up for Christian McCaffrey. I'll keep scrolling here. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey, 798, the cheapest price tag. So still not extremely expensive to just get that Christian McCaffrey. And actually, Kamara is 1398. I believe that is the cheapest price for a Kamara. I think he just doesn't have many cards, so he tends to be more expensive than he should be based on his projection. Maybe then fewer people play him, so maybe there's a benefit to it. But Kamara, based on the projection, the price is the most expensive. Probably wouldn't go there, but maybe a way to get unique. McCaffrey projects just the best of anybody on the slate, and he's just $8. So if you've got the money, McCaffrey is the way to go. But if you want to save some salary, certainly I think Breece Hall projects well enough that $1.26, that is a nice price tag there. Rashad White makes some sense as well. So kind of depends how much money you want to spend on these running backs. And then finally, the wide receivers that I took a look at. And, I'm typically trying to correlate with my quarterback. So regardless of which quarterback I want to play, I probably want to play at least one receiver with them, receiver or tight end, maybe a pass catching running back. But Tyreek Hill obviously makes sense in our Tua stacks through Chris Olave in there, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Keenan Allen, AJ Brown. And then I threw in, just to see what the prices look like for the sake of, correlating, I threw in Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith as well. I guess I could have thrown Jerry Jeudy in there, but I did not throw Jeudy or Sutton into the mix. They don't project quite well enough. So probably not going the Russell Wilson route myself. The others are cheap enough. But let's see what the receiver price tags look like. Olave, just $1.69. I think he's going to play. I guess we'll have to wait and see if he is actually healthy, but $1.69, nice price tag there for Chris Olave. Scrolling down for other receivers, Jalen Waddle, just $3.33. If you want to get different within your Miami stacks, maybe it makes sense to go to Jalen Waddle over Hill, although Hill has been just dominant all season. Amon-Ra, just $4.50 for the Sun God. Not a bad price tag there. Keenan Allen, $4.75 if you want to go with the Justin Herbert stack. He's obviously the place you want to go with your Justin Herbert stack. So that's a cheaper way to go. If you want to play that Hurt stack, that makes sense too, and you can play AJ Brown for just $5.48. Did I scroll past Devontae Smith, or maybe he doesn't have many cards? I thought I threw him in here. I don't think I saw Devontae Smith in here. Maybe I totally forgot and scrolled past him. Where are you, Devontae? Maybe he's not in here. Yep, not seeing Devontae Smith in any of these cards. Maybe he doesn't have one, or maybe he just doesn't have one for sale on this market. Yeah, I did include Devontae Smith. Apparently, he doesn't have one for sale at a buy it now price. Maybe you can buy it at auction. A different way to get Devontae Smith. Would guess that he's less expensive, but that's another route you can go if you decide to go with that Hurts stack. All right, that is going to do it for this video. Those are just some of the top projected plays at Stochastic. Because there's no salary cap, you don't really have to worry about like point per dollar plays, except for to the extent you have your own salary cap, you have your own budget to spend on Rainmakers. Then you can go to some of these cheaper guys who still project really well. I only pulled up the top projected plays here, so you can see even among the best projected plays, you can still get them relatively inexpensive. All right, as I said, that's going to do it for this video. Please hit that like button if you haven't already done so, and good luck this weekend.